Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a new install. We're replacing our old window in our door, front door, with the frosted glass. We have a new window to put in place of it. It's the Lippert Components Thin Shade. This comes with a new frame. It has a shade for the window, and then it also comes with a tempered glass that's tinted. So instead of having frosted glass that you can't see out of all the time, now we'll be able to see out of it, and we can also block out the sun, which will help with some of that heat that comes in all the time through this window. I don't know if you're like us, but we've always had the silver reflective stuff sitting up there in the window to keep the shade or keep the sun from coming in, and it's just a pain. It falls out all the time and we have to deal with it. I know you can get some that put Velcro around it, but this seems like a much better solution, and I think we'll be much happier with it. So let's give it a try. We'll show you how to install it. Okay guys, so they give you a bag of these clips that you're going to use to remove your old one. If you're like us, you have the one that does not have the screws in the frame. We have the one that's held in with the clips. And these little pieces right here, these little plastic pieces, are designed to help release the clips from the frame. So we're going to go around and put these in. Hopefully this will pop off pretty easily, and we'll see what happens. So let's get started. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there are little grooves right here where the clips go into, these little plastic pieces. So
you can really see it.
You push it in like that. I don't know if you can tell, but this is already starting to pull away from the door. So we'll go around and get all these installed so it'll pop off, and then we'll come back and show you how it comes off. So what we're going to use, we've already pulled off all the old silicone. What we're going to do to kind of clean it up is I got some of my wife's lovely face scrub pads, I guess is what you call them, and a little bit of alcohol. And we're just going to use this and see if we can clean up around where that silicone was, so that the adhesion on from the other one adheres really good. So as you're cleaning, you just want to make sure you get as much of the old silicone off as possible. We want to make sure that the new one adheres really good. Just be careful whenever you're doing this too. If you have decals going through your window, luckily we don't. We have our decals much lower. Whatever you're using may cause issues with the decals, so just make sure whatever you use to clean up the silicone with, that you make sure that it's not going to mess up your decals. So one thing you may run into when you're getting ready to do the new one is you may find that as it comes in the box, they kind of have it stuck together. Some of these are stuck together good enough to where I'm not really easily able to pull them apart, so I'm taking one of these one of the clips that came with this kit and just sticking it right in here, just like you would if you were removing it. Pushing that in, and hopefully, and there we go. So just keep that in mind. You may have to pull it apart that way with one of these clips. Just keep these handy. Don't throw them away as soon as you're done taking off the old one. Keep them handy because you may need them to get these apart. Next thing we're going to do is take the tempered glass that comes with the kit, and we're going to go ahead and fit it into the outside part of the window frame. So if you look in at a close-up shot of this, you'll see that it already has some adhesion tape or some type of silicone that's already in place on both sides. It has it on the outside and also on the inside. So we're going to put the tempered glass up against this, which will seal that in place, and then we'll put this up into the frame, and then we'll need some help once we get done with that. So it will no longer be just me at that point. Okay guys, as you can see, I've got my lovely assistant here with me. This is where someone on the other side is very helpful, because when she goes to put the frame with the glass in the door, the glass could fall out this way. So you need somebody to be on both sides to help out. So let's give this a try, see if we can do this without dropping or breaking some glass here. All right, honey.
It's like a trust fall.
Yeah.
Is that the glass?
Yeah, the glass is okay. Are you able to reach up there?
Come on. I'm secure on my side.
And again, now I don't see daylight. Okay, so now that we've got the glass in place with the frame on the other side, on the outside, I'm still holding on to this glass because it wants to fall towards me. Let's see, can I push it back your way just a moment? There you go. So I still got a hold of this so that the glass doesn't fall out. Now what I'm going to do is go around and see if I can snap this into place. You'll notice that there's, you'll see the little ribbed pieces all around this, and there's ribbed pieces on this side, and they just kind of mesh together.
And you'll see I look kind of wonky, and it's because while he's pressing towards me, I want to hold the door, but I have to hold the frame, not the glass.
Yeah, this is the tricky part, is trying to get these lined up so that they'll fit properly.
I could do this all day.
I don't know what the deal is. Something is not allowing it to come off or connect in this area right here.
There. Whatever just happened allowed mine to sit flat.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. These out now. Put your hand there for a second.
I don't know what you're doing. It makes me nervous that it's flat.
No, there's still enough there holding it in.
Okay.
Just
I
I need
just don't
to-
want it to fall through the bottom.
Is it good? Sweet. What's down here? So I don't know what happened there. This area right here, for some reason, just the pieces were not meshed together, so I had to go around with the clips and take this little section and unclip this area here, and then this went in okay. So just be aware, you may have to do something like that. It may take a little little work to get it in, but it looks like we finally got it in. I'm going to go around and just try to press it together as hard as I can. Make sure I don't get any more clicks out of these. All those little clicks you're hearing are clicks that are making it even more tight together. We want this, especially on the outside, we want the frame to be as tight as possible up against the door, just so we don't get any leaks. And we'll probably go around the outside and put a little bit of clear silicone just to help make sure it's watertight. So.
Now, understand, the instructions don't call for that. That's just something that we are choosing to do because of the worst problem of all, rain.
Right. Don't want that in the,
no
in the
water.
trailer. You're good, honey. I just want to go around and see if I can.
Despite what he says.
She's very strong, actually. That was not her fault this time.
Not true. I'm not really that strong. I haven't been to the gym in a minute. But there's a new year, right? And everybody's New Year resolution.
You guys can hear as I go around.
Yeah.
There's still some clicks, which means it's pulling it even tighter together. So just make sure that you're able to go around and push as tight as you can to get those as close together. Once you get done putting the glass in, you may want to have your lovely assistant clean the glass after you've touched all over it.
Make sure it is ammonia-free Windex or whatever product you're using on the tinted glass.
Alright, so now that we've got our glass cleaned, thank you assistant for that.
My pleasure.
We have the shade that we need to put into place now so that we can cover the window. The first thing we need to do though before we put this in place is make sure there's some little latches here on the window that we need to open up. So at the top we're going to push these from left to right to open those up, and then the bottom ones are going to be from right to left. Alright, so when you go to put this in, make sure that you have this little portion here that sticks out. This is what you grab onto to close the shade. Make sure that that's on the bottom part of this upper part, and then this bottom part will be like that because it's got little notches in it where these wires go, where the cords go. If you look right here, you'll see those little notches, and the string just fits right in there. So to put these in, you're going to come in at a 45-degree angle and then push it up in there and then latch these in place.
Maybe.
I don't think I had that open all last one, so let's try again. So let's see, 45-degree angle, push it up in, and then hopefully
a few minutes later.
Do you need me to hold the door?
I don't think so. It should. That one went in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put the bottom section in. Just put it 45 degree. Pull it down. Make sure these are still open.
Can't really see what I'm doing.
And then we need to close the latches. Shouldn't be that hard, right? Okay. hard to get it to latch even when nothing's there.
Alright, well.
1 hour later.
Alright, so one of the issues we ran into is when we were trying to get this bottom part into place and then lock these locks into place. We couldn't get these things to rotate to lock the bar into place, so I had to go get a pair of vice grips to pull these, because I was starting to pull so hard until you could see it was actually starting to pull on, or stress out the plastic a little bit.
My finger! My finger!
So with this, I can take and just pull, and that now it's nice and locked in place. There's a little track that's on the inside of that, and these are just little tabs that lock that track into place. So as you can see, it's a lot darker. We've been trying to figure this out for the longest time, and finally I went and got some needle nose pliers, and that did the trick. But it was really hard to get these to rotate, even without anything, even without this track piece in there. I couldn't get it to rotate back to locked. So this did the trick. You may have to you may have to do something like this to get it to work properly, or to get it to lock into place. The top one, I was able to get it to lock into place without a problem, but
It still took a lot of time.
it took a lot of times. But it's in there now. We'll try to get you some images of it during the daytime so you can see exactly what it looks like and the functionality of it. But I think we'll be much happier with this instead of that frosted glass. We'll be able to close this off.
It'll
And-
save a lot of sunlight too from baking in there.
Right, exactly. So we're excited to have it, and hopefully you guys were able to get something out of this if you decide to go with this product. And down the road, maybe we'll give a review of it and let you know what we think of it. But for now, we got it installed. Yay!
Yay!
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Okay, so we're just
It's not on yet.
not on. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is take the tempered grass.
You had me at hello. And that was an epic fail. That's what you don't want to do.